Hi butterflies! Today we're gonna work with wheel posture. Wheel posture is sometimes considered a basic back bend, but it's actually a great foundation for all of the other deeper and more advanced back bend postures. I'm gonna leave my conditioning and back bend warm-up video link on the description box below. Make sure to do a good warm-up and then I will see you on the mat. Lay down on the mat, grab your yoga block and place it between your knees. Squeeze the block between your legs to engage the inner thighs. On your next exhale, lift your hips as high as possible, push your shoulder blades into each other, and hold hands behind your back. Press the floor from your feet and from your arms. Keep your face relaxed. Keep lifting your hips, engaging your core and your butt. We're gonna hold this bridge position for about 10 breaths. This is to start warming up your spine and engaging your legs. After 10 breaths, open your arms and slowly roll your back, starting from your upper back to your low back. Release the block and place it to the side. Now we're gonna go into a bridge variation without the block. So bring your hips up again, hold hands, lift the chest, lift the hips, and slowly walk your feet into each other. When you're ready, you're gonna push the floor from your feet and bring your right leg up. Keep extending your leg, reach up, and hold for 10 breaths. Keep your legs active and try to keep reaching higher. After holding for 10 breaths, bring your leg down, reset your feet, adjust your shoulders, and lift your left leg up. Reach your thigh towards your stomach and create as much extension as you can, all the way to the tip of your toes. Keep lifting your hips up, engaging your hamstring. Then relax your leg down, separate your arms, roll your back down to the mat, and bring your knees in to relax your lower back for a moment. Next, we're gonna go for a full wheel. Place the block between your knees again. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and on your next exhalation, you're gonna lift your hips and your chest up. Keep pointing your elbows upwards when you're lifting and try to straighten your arms. When you find your position, start rocking back and forwards, looking to straighten your knees. We're gonna repeat this move 5 times. Each time we look to straighten the knees a little more. On the last rep, hold the posture for about 5 breaths and then come down. Our next exercise is wheel push-ups. Keep the block between your knees so we keep engaging the legs. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, hug your elbows in and lift up. Keep your knees slightly bent and bring the top of the head softly to tap the floor. You can adjust your hands closer to your ears and then push up to lift up. Do about 5 push-ups and then take a break. Check that when I come down on the push-up, the weight is never on the head. Always support the weight on your hands. And when you're ready to come down, bring your chin in and place your shoulders on the mat to release the posture. For our next variation, you're gonna need a strap with a loop. The loop should be as wide as your armpits. And this will help you to engage your outer rotation on the shoulders so you can keep your arms shoulder width apart. This is especially helpful on the first stages of your wheel development when your arms are not yet so strong and you have the tendency to separate your hands. So the strap will do a little bit of the work for you, but still guide you to engage the right muscles. So place the strap just below your elbows, not on the elbow joint. Keep the block one more time. Bring your feet close to your butt, and when you're ready, on the exhalation, lift up. As you can see, the alignment of the hands and the shoulders here keeps the right width with the help of the strap. We're gonna do again the first exercise, straightening the legs, looking for that straight arms and straight legs wheel. And after 5 repetitions, we hold the posture for 5 to 10 breaths. Be careful when you come down. Remember, you have the strap, so that keeps a little more tension on the arms. Now you're ready to do a full wheel without any props. But try to remember the feeling of the block between your legs so you keep that engagement of your inner thigh, and also the feeling of the strap around your arms to keep the right alignment of the hands and the shoulders. So your hands want to be shoulder width apart, and we want to push the shoulders right over the wrist. The next variation is wheel with closed legs, so you just walk your feet in towards each other. This deepens the back bend but also brings more tension on your lower back, so do it slowly, see how you feel about it. And then we are going to prepare for a one leg wheel. So I'm bringing my hands closer to my ears, and then I'm gonna close my feet like I did before, so I can keep one foot in the center. This will help to keep better balance. And slowly go on your tippy toes and bring one leg up. When you lift your leg, bring your thigh towards your stomach. Try to find that connection between your leg and your stomach, so you will find that straight line from your hip to your toes. And keep pushing your foot on the floor to keep your shoulders over your wrist. Now we are walking the feet and the hands in towards each other to find our tiniest wheel. So on the beginning, you can stay on your toes. That will create more length on your hips and give you more space to bring your hands closer. Eventually, you can reach to grab your heels, but first start by walking your hands and your feet towards each other, and think about lifting your chest and lifting your hips up. Remember, we want to create length on the spine. And then slowly come down, bring your knees towards your belly, and take a break. I also like to add some twists between one back bend and the other to help the back relax and reset, so then we can continue. This is just a simple spinal twist, crossing one leg over. Do both sides, hold for a few breaths, and once we are finished with the twist, we're gonna go for the next variation on the entry to wheel pose. So we're gonna start from a seated position. Bring one hand down, fingers pointing back, and I'm drawing a circle with my other hand, lifting my hips up at the same time. You can see the hands are pointing different directions, but you can fix that once you are all the way up. Mark your wheel position and then exit on the opposite side. Slowly rotate your hand. Let's see that again on the other side. So I start with my fingers pointing backwards. Draw a circle with your free hand. Switch your hands so your fingers point to heels in the full wheel variation, and then slowly start turning your hand, bring your hips down and sit. This entry is really nice to warm up your back for deeper back bends, and it's also a fun way to strengthen your back. Remember to take your breaks and do some forward fold between exercises. Next, we're gonna enter wheel posture for downward facing dog. So lift your leg up, Turn out and open your hip. Flip and bring your hand to the floor and arrange your fingers to point your feet in a full wheel posture. To transition from wheel to downward dog, we start with the arms and then the hips. Sneaky look to the camera, and then we proceed to repeat again. So first now the hip, then the arms, and from wheel to downward dog, first the arms and then the hips. Return to the mat using the same transition. This exercise creates more awareness on your points of support and also increase the mobility of your hips, upper back and shoulders. To finish this tutorial, we're gonna practice walking on wheel pose. This is a fun way to keep working on your back bend, and it will help you to increase your mobility and your coordination. Thank you for joining today. I hope you learned something new and you had fun with your practice. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. I always love to hear from you. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and